Hello, thank you for joining me for another episode of Emerging Energy. This is going to be for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. My name is Talia, and I will be your guide for this emerging energy of this week. So let's get down to it. We have a lot of good energy coming in this week, and I'm very excited actually to talk about this with you guys. So when I was tuning into the energy, I got a beautiful sign from the universe that with the full moon in Pisces, that's actually the 26th or the 27th, depending on where you live, is a beautiful time for this manifestation of all of these things that we've been working on, we're finally going to see this material gain, these seeds that we've planted from the new moons previous and past. All of these seeds that we've planted are coming into fruition, and it's so beautiful. I'm so excited about this week. So whatever we have wished and desired with open hearts and for joy and for love for ourselves and for our family, this week we are going to see the result of what our thoughts have manifested, what our thoughts have really helped us really cultivate. And so it's really exciting. So that was the main energy message that I got this week. And then also with the Pisces full moon energy, there's a lot of diving deep this week, a lot of introspection. With full moons, and especially with Pisces is a sign of romance and artistic creativity, and also very interested in the deeper meanings to things. So with this energy, now is a really good time to dive deep and to remove blockages of energy that we've been keeping, situations that have been holding us back a little bit. And I know from the past that we have been getting lots of signs from the universe that are helping us see these blockages and see what we need to do, or at least see what the problem is. And now, I guess, if you haven't figured out what to do yet, well then this energy this week is going to be amazing for you, because there's a lot of energy coming in. I feel like there's going to be kind of this sweep of energy. I feel like last week there wasn't as much energy as I really thought there was going to be. So last week was almost kind of like a very sedated kind of week. So this week I feel like there's going to be this surge of energy that's coming through. And I was told to tell everybody to use it wisely. With all of this energy, there is going to be this surge of feeling of power. So just make sure that you're using that for your sole purpose and not using that for self-centered reasons, for ego, for something that, is just not going to be serving. So also this week, some really, really awesome news. I received a message that clarity from a lot of the fog is being lifted, and there's going to be clarity, whether it's going to be in September. I know that. So the fog will be lifted. We will know and understand ourselves better. We will understand why we're here. We will understand what we need to do to reach our potential. So if not this week, sometime in September. I definitely felt like with with all the planets that were in retrograde, I think we're finally getting released from all of that. And I just love clarity. Clarity makes everything so crisp and beautiful. So really enjoy that you are coming to a place of being able to see what is going to happen and really plan out what you want to do next. So also there is an energy of embracing talents. And again, like I know I've talked in the weeks past about rising to our potential and rising to all of these things that we really need to, like, what are your talents? What are you good at? What is your joy? What is your passion? A lot of these questions I've asked previous weeks, and now I'm going to ask you again. Really look in your heart. What does your heart want you to do? And so harness on that. If you don't know, then definitely I really, really recommend that you go out and search. What is your joy? What gets you in the flow? What can you do for 2 hours that seems like 1 minute? What do you do that just automatically puts a smile on your face without even, you don't even know that you have the smile on your face, and somebody says, wow, you're really happy. So I mean, find that thing that really triggers your joy, because that's the thing that you are meant to do. So with this and all this energy, really harness in on your potential. But this week I feel like is a little bit a little quirky, I want to say. So this week, because there's so much energy coming in and there's this tidal wave, this surge of energy, I was prompted to do something, or at least tell you guys to do something creative that you've never done before, or something creative that you've kind of always wanted to do, but you didn't have the time, or you just don't have the resources. Like, look into that this week, or do something that's a little bit not maybe your cup of tea when it comes to creativity. I'll give you an example. So I love singing, I love doing this podcast, I love all of these things, but there are certain things that are creatively inclined that I do not like doing as much. So I have been prompted to go and cook and look at recipes and go and cook. So I'm gonna do that this week and see what comes out of that. So that's gonna be a little strange creative thing. And it's not that I've resisted cooking, it's just that I have a very small household, and so I'm the only one that's going to be eating these masterpieces or these non-masterpieces of food that I might create. So go out and find something, whether it's gardening, whether it's dancing, whether it's, I don't know, hitting a drum, or painting, or even learning a new technique of how to do your makeup in the morning, doing your hair a different way. There's so many things. So just kind of get out of your comfort zone with the creativity and test it out, test the waters out, and see, maybe, push yourself a little, who knows, I might be a really good cook. We'll see. So try it. Try something new and creative this week. But definitely channel this energy for creativity. And make sure, and again, I'm actually gonna go back to the material fulfillment. So I wanna really get in touch with you guys about what you have been wanting in your life that hasn't manifested yet. And if you don't know a lot about law of attraction or manifestation, I definitely recommend that you look up Abraham Hicks. Any of her stuff is a beautiful representation of what law of attraction is in this universe and how it works. And so with all of this clearing going on, all of this transformation going on, and all of these energy waves coming in, it really is such a beautiful time to be on this planet. And we really just need to harness the gratitude, because it is very easy to get caught up in the negativity of this world. So I invite you to be a light bringer, a light bearer, a light worker. I invite you to be and to shine your light, so that other people may be inspired to do the same. And we'll all catch fire, and hopefully we can change the world with this. So, as I am doing this podcast, I wanted to share with you a tool that can be used, that I've used before actually, that I love. It's my favorite thing ever, and it works. So, when you are having problems in relationships, when you have a hard relationship that you can't really understand why it's not working, or even if you do understand why it's not working, whatever it is with this other person and this relationship that you're struggling with, I've come up with a technique that you can actually do morning, night, if you'd like to make it a routine, or just instantaneously if you have a couple minutes. And what you do is you envision that person, you envision that person's face, and then you give them a hug. You give them a really soulful, loving hug. And I promise you that within a couple weeks, if you keep doing this, that person will act differently around you. And hopefully they're open enough to understand and forgive, or maybe it's time to leave that person and the universe will let that person go out of your life and bring something new in that has been waiting in the wings. So I really do invite you to and I just do this with everybody actually. I don't just do it with people that I'm struggling with relationships with, but also just anybody that's hurting, anybody that's sad, anybody that really needs prayer or meditation or energy that you would like to give them of love and support. All of these things. If you could just imagine this person coming up to you and you just giving them a loving, big hug, almost like those hugs that you see at the airport when people haven't seen each other for a really long time and they run up and they just hug the other person for, like 30 seconds, and just you're in it. You're just in the hug, you're in the love, you're connected, and you're just feeding that person that unconditional love that they really do need, and that you need as well. And it's this beautiful transaction, this interaction that goes on between our souls. So I definitely invite you, morning, night, if you have a couple minutes anytime, especially this week, and just try it out and see how it works, and see how it works for you, and see how it works for your relationships. So this is something that I really wanted to share with you guys, because I've seen miracles happen with it. And so I know this is a fairly short energy reading this week, but good things are happening. I'm very, very excited. All of these things that we have wanted to come into fruition for the last couple months, these material fulfillments are coming in now. The dreams, all of these Pisces dreams. I mean, Pisces is a dreamer. All of these dreams that we've had are coming into fruition. And so, of course, Pisces full moon, it just makes sense. So definitely dive deep this week again. Go and remove those energetic blocks. Become aligned with Source. Become aligned with whatever you call God, Source, energy, the universe, whatever you call that beautiful love and energy and unconditional love. Get aligned with it and release these blocks, because this week is the prime time for these to be really easily removed. There is a steady flow of energy that is coming, and I really recommend that you use it for your good. Okay? Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. It really does. It feeds me. Hopefully it feeds you as much as it feeds me and my soul. And for all the listeners, I really, really appreciate you. And I want to just spread the love. And I really do feel like that is a mission that we all need to share in, is just spreading the love, spreading the joy, spreading the knowledge of not being a prisoner of your mind, not being a prisoner of this reality, and knowing that you have a choice, that you all have a choice to change the way that you think, to change these blockages of energy, to go with the flow, and to really come into an intimacy with the universe that will help you through this life. Because when you do that, life can be such a magical thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Namaste, lovelies.